One has knocked out champions. The other has outclassed them.
Oh, there's a knockdown score with the left hand.
One ends fights with a single punch. The other wins them one round at a time.
Blood does.
That is it. They are waving it off.
Now, they're on a collision course. So what happens when Gervonta Tank Davis and Shakur Stevenson lock horns in a showdown for the ages? We're about to find out. After beating Ryan Garcia in the summer of 2024, Gervonta Tank Davis was sitting on top of the lightweight division. When Devin Haney moved up to 140 pounds and gave up his WBA super title, Tank became the WBA lightweight champion, making him the man everyone wanted to fight. One of those challengers was Frank Martin. The two had sparred before, and Martin often talked about those sessions, even saying he had landed shots on Tank that no one else could. Undefeated and full of confidence, Martin believed he had what it took to do what no one else had done. Now, under the brightest lights in boxing, he finally had the chance to prove it. Would those sparring stories matter once the real fight began?
His footwork is amazing.
He got under and around and ended up picking Tank up on his shoulders.
Both very proficient at pull counters, as well as Martin immediately goes on the attack, sneaks a shot into the body of Tank Davis.
Yeah, both fighters really relaxed, really alert, locking eyes. I mean, just both of them waiting for one or the other to make a mistake, really.
Tank putting on really good pressure right now. Even though he's not throwing anything, he's making Frank Martin work by
staying off the right hook behind the guard of Davis by Martin. So Martin again throwing many more punches than we expected, but he really was incredible in that what was supposed to be a 50-50 fight against the then unbeaten Michel Rivera. He took Rivera to school, the biggest win of his career.
You can just sense it. Anything can happen in any given moment.
Yeah, you know
Tank Davis fight. Oh, nice counter to the body by Davis. The strategic patience, but Frank Martin, meanwhile, wants to continue doing this. Punching combination, utilize the jab, stick and move, utilize that fast move.
And I think as well that he wants to tire out Frank Martin by keeping him on guard all the time.
You wonder if that'll happen with an athlete like Frank Martin.
Well, it can. With Tank on your tail.
But again, he's never faced an athlete like Frank Martin.
No, I agree, but there's a lot of mental strength.
And a guy who's really ready mentally and otherwise. I get what you're saying, but
same here.
It's only round number 3.
Yeah, exactly, but
there's a nice left hand from Davis, lead left hand. And he has Martin now in the corner.
He does.
And there's a jab, and there's that counter left. Jab to the body by Davis, 1-2 over the top by moved the millimeters, his defense, his ability to utilize his ring IQ and his boxing skills. Yes, it's not even so much as an exciting fighter. Good combination lands for Martin.
They're going fast.
There's a double jab through the guard by Martin, utilizing that footwork. Money line has changed.
And of course, you got Martin leading, taking those rounds, and again, like you said, Joe, he's doing all the right things. Volume, 1, 2, 3, back to the jab, moving to the side, not giving Davis any moments to get off.
Davis. Power punch is huge. Edge for Martin. Nice lead left lands for Davis. Goes downstairs.
That's smart of Tank to go to the body instead of keep trying to go to the head. You know, Frank Martin's very hard to hit to the head, and he landed some solid body shots on Frank Martin.
That was an arm punch also, breaking down the arms.
Watch your hands, watch your Tank Davis just whistles those punches, and you know if you get clipped by one of those, you're in trouble.
Final minute of the 4th round. And very much going according to what I guess a lot of experts planned, that Martin would bank early rounds, and then we'd see what would happen in the second half of the fight. Well, Tank even went public on social media, predicted a 9th-round knockout of Frank Martin. 30 seconds left, and Martin said, hey, watch it, I can knock out Tank Davis too, you know.
That was a good body shot from Davis. Again, you can't get repetitive if you're Martin.
No way.
Davis is reading you.
Instantly, he'll respond there. The left hand. And now Davis beginning to open up. The crowd anticipating it. Lead, nice left hand from Martin. Good trajectory change, level change, the jab downstairs. Martin continues to back up Davis, walking forward, short steps. The vision. Nice. Fully locked in. Good defense. Martin, Davis saying bring it. Of course he wants him to bring it. So he can counter with the left.
Yeah, don't stay on the runs, Martin.
Frank Martin pulling some real magic tricks out of the corner there and off the rope to avoid getting tagged by. Good jab by Frank Martin.
Yeah,
He's
really
been using it very well tonight. At the right time, he's timing that jab well.
Uppercut, right hook.
I think Frank Martin's having a good round again this round.
This is a dance for Martin.
Nice straight left.
One step ahead.
Davis pops Martin.
Yeah, here we go. Here's Tank. There, the little slip and a little, left hand over the top. It was a counter over the jab of Martin by Tank, and it was a solid one. But
Nice lead left hand by Martin.
Yeah, he gets it back.
And that's how you get him off rhythm.
The best ever connect percentage against Tank Davis was Leo Santa Cruz, but Davis knocked him out. And now Martin is landing at 29%. So Martin having the best success of any fighter against Tank Davis. But Davis is getting closer and closer with a minute and a half left in the first half of this 12-round affair. And Tank lands a chopping left hand as he's allowed to walk in uncontested.
Well, that's the second session out of that corner, but that was the only one he landed. Frank Martin pulled a nice Houdini out of that corner on that first set of punches that Tank was throwing out.
Yeah, Tank definitely not respecting that power from Martin, getting in easy. But again, Martin just let out that jab. He's got to get back on the jab.
Oh, there's the jab and the left follow-up left from Davis. A rare combination in the early going. A minute left here in the first half of the fight.
So
Davis got to be ahead on the scorecards just based on the output, right, guys?
I would not disagree with that, although Tank is having his best.
I know he does not want to open up. He doesn't want to give anything to Davis, but again, he has to keep him busy.
Oh, there's a left hand to the body and the right by Davis. Martin just avoiding that counter, but now Martin had forced to wrestle, and the referee.
There's that look. That Frank missed that left hand. Tank countered with the left uppercut and then the right hook. In that last session right there, Frank Martin covered up well.
Oh, counter left from Frank Martin that jolted Davis.
That's the counter he's been looking for.
Neither fighter has ever been down as a pro. Final 15 seconds left in the seventh. It's been Davis's best round in terms of offensive output, just missing with the left, and it's on cue. It's round 7. It begins.
Or a straight left hand. He's
Single
looking
shots.
He's looking
There's
to
a double jab left from Davis. Now Davis chopping down on Martin. Davis misses with the lead left uppercut, but then follows up with another left hand. And Martin still has a slight advantage in terms of total punches landed, but the gap is closing, and Davis double left hand.
Martin's got to stay out of the corners if he wants to stay in this fight.
We haven't seen body work from Martin. I want to see that left to the body.
Oh, left uppercut. That's it.
Down goes Martin! Mamma mia! 6, 7, it's like Tank Davis
Gervonta Davis is an absolute demolition man. But Shakur Stevenson isn't far behind. In fact, many believe he's every bit as dangerous in his own way. And this next fight is proof. On April 30th, 2022, Shakur Stevenson and Oscar Valdez met in a long-awaited unification showdown with the WBC, WBO, and Ring Magazine's super featherweight titles on the line. Valdez entered the fight unbeaten and carried a reputation for his relentless pressure and fight-changing power. He had already scored one of the biggest wins of his career by knocking out Miguel Berchak, proving he could end a fight with a single punch. Stevenson, meanwhile, believed his speed, timing, and elite boxing skills would be too much for anyone in the division. With two undefeated champions finally sharing the ring, only one could walk away as the division's unified king. Would Valdez's aggression overwhelm Stevenson, or would Shakur put on another boxing masterclass?
In what many feel will be a career headed to the highest heights for Shakur Stevenson. Here we go. Round one. Joe Tessitore, Tim Bradley, Andre Ward on the call.
It's going to be big problems for Valdez because that's not the storyline coming into this fight. The storyline is Shakur outboxing and being slick and moving away. That's not the case right now.
The two body punches that were landed. Bernardo, what are they saying in the corner of Oscar Valdez?
Eddie Reynoso was very clear. He said, I want you to focus on working the body. You're cutting off the angle.
He needs to be a winner tonight. And if he can win and find a way to get this win tonight, trust me, he'll show plenty moments where he's a warrior, but he needs to win tonight.
As Shakur backed up against the ropes, Valdez did place another right hand to the body. But Shakur back at range, back at comfort. Watch that right hand come off the hip.
This is the great round right here for Oscar Valdez. So far, perfect round right here. Closing the distance fast, cutting off the angles by digging down to the body, throwing double right hands, lead right hands, jabs, and getting...
He was going to the body.
That's where it's at. Valdez right now is getting caught at that mid-range.
Being on the outside, so why not risk getting hit trying to get your offense up?
Oh, there's a good left hand from Shakur Stevenson. 4 rounds to 1 Stevenson, says Andre Ward. It's a very easy one to score. And there is the knockdown opening up round 6. Shakur Stevenson scores the knockdown early in round 6.
I think it was more Valdez being off balance than anything. He got caught with a shot and went down.
Valdez needs to save all that energy that he's using to hit his glove together, and he needs to be trying to hit Shakur Stevenson right now.
That high guard is not serving him well. There was a left uppercut that came in. Shakur very good at changing levels. 3-punch combination. Headshot comes in again from Stevenson.
Valdez is still dangerous.
He's willing to take right now so that way he can get Stevenson comfortable so he can move in. That's it. That's all he's doing.
So he can land a big shot. That's what he's doing.
You see Stevenson poking, picking, and the combinations will come flying right down the middle.
Oh, he places the left uppercut as Valdez came in.
Good shot right there from Oscar.
Oh, there he is.
That's it right there.
Oscar wakes up for a moment. The speed, the footwork of Stevenson, able to get away from those 2 offensive surges from Valdez.
One knockdown, one punch that buzzes Shakur can revitalize Oscar Valdez. Stevenson cannot allow that to happen.
That's called probing. The reason why the ref is warning is because he's leaving it out there. He can't leave it out there. He can flick it out there, but he can't leave it out there on the head of Valdez.
There's a difference between the pawing jab, the range-finding jab, and that joust probe. So the warning from Bayless. Valdez,
as long as this fight is going on.
Placing that left hand to the body. 3-punch combination up top. There's a right hand to the body from the former Mexican Olympian, the 2-time Olympian for Mexico.
Valdez trying to time that left hook.
2 undefeated champions unifying here at 130 pounds. Power punches. Stevenson a 96-64.
That's the reason why he's not selling out. Good right hand from Valdez.
2-punch combination that finishes with the left to the body from Shakur. Then the left
nice
uppercut. He has been looking to time that a few times. by a southpaw. And the left hand goes to the body easily. There's another left hand from Shakur.
He hurt him again with that shot, fellas. Stood him straight up with a straight left. Oscar needs to let his hands go, or this can start to turn real ugly real quick. He's getting outboxed. He's getting pop-shotted right now, but he can start to get hurt, and Kenny Bayless can start looking to stop this fight if he allows those kind of shots to land. Too frequent.
Oh, look at that, going underneath with the left hand to the body of Miguel Berchelt, the world champion who had the famed green belt, the WBC belt. But it is a far departure of styles between Berchelt and Stevenson.
See, that was good combinations right there with the same hand, right hand coming around down to the body, upstairs, and then a straight right hand once again by Valdez.
Reaching for a right hand.
Great combination right there again down to the body from Valdez.
Digs into the body, that right hand nearly straight low. Stevenson follows him straight back. 3 more punches, then places that jab to the body. Lead left hands.
Valdez can't give the good work that he's done this whole round away in this next 25 seconds. He's got to finish strong.
He got Shakur sitting still. That's where he wants him. He needs Shakur to sit still.
And I just spoke with Eddie Reynoso, and he says the problem with Oscar right now is he continues to miss the right hand from the same range. He can't be at Shakur's range.
This 11th round is taking on a matador kind of quality.
Yes, it is.
Question I have is, can Shakur find a way to finish in a way that puts an exclamation point on the night to leave no doubt that he is the next star in the sport of boxing?
Wow, that combination did damage. Obviously, if you simply win this fight, it is a major, major notch on the belt to be a unified champion, to launch into the pound-for-pound rankings, and to have your status in the sport established on the star line, in the bright lights of the marquee. But how you could close it out could be the rocket ride to superstardom. He is about a minute and a half away from being one of the new kings of the sport.
Maybe he's trying to recharge. Maybe he's going to give it a little bit more in the next. There it is.
Like that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Shouldered him up, walked him into the ropes, and now he has a half a minute remaining of being an undefeated champion, unless he comes up with something and hits the jackpot. Shakur Stevenson, seconds away from a signature win. He looks up at the clock as Valdez hopelessly chases. Shakur Stevenson has done
it. For your winner by unanimous decision, and now the WBC, WBO, and Ring Magazine Junior Lightweight Champion of the World, Shakur Stevenson!
The way Shakur Stevenson breezed past Oscar Valdez made one thing crystal clear. He was operating on a completely different level, and these weren't inexperienced fighters. They were world champions. But beating world champions is something Gervonta Davis has made a habit of for years. After knocking out Rolando Romero to capture the WBA lightweight title, Gervonta Davis was ready for his first title defense. Standing across from him was Hector Garcia, the reigning WBA super featherweight champion. Fresh off impressive wins over Chris Colbert and Roger Gutierrez, Garcia had built a reputation as one of boxing's most underrated fighters and believed he had the skills to upset the undefeated knockout artist. Confident in his slick boxing and toughness, Garcia stepped up 2 weight classes for the biggest opportunity of his career. But facing Tank was a completely different challenge. Could Garcia pull off the upset? Or would Tank prove once again why he's one of boxing's most feared punchers?
fight in the spring of this year, we thought, all right, both guys are going to wait until
they're going to finish this one March
boxing's best.
17th.
Probably boxing's biggest names. I think Davis is right up there, but
it's a change of
as far as power punches thrown in a fight, they're the least amount of
the beginning, and then
in a fight.
Malachi
world champion, and I think that's why both to think these rounds. These are the rounds you gotta have, because as the fight wears on, you see that's when things explode.
Come on, fight.
It's the chat between the two. You have to reach, as Hector Luis Garcia does, you have to take advantage of the jab. Absorbing all the information right now that he's reading. There's a lot back. He's going to take back again. These small bends, it continues. There's another left by Garcia. Hit jab for 10. Davis, but you have to be aggressive. Calculated aggression, but you have to be aggressive. Oh! There's an out left by Garcia. Tank. Left by Gervonta. Left by Garcia. So the action is picking up in a calculated fashion. Canelo ran into it with Vivo. Run into that mode of, eventually just to catch him. And what happens when you don't? Gave up some of those rounds. Garcia puts in the left hook there. Davis went to the body, but retaliating as Garcia. Another left down the middle for Garcia. This corner is certainly a high wire act. Midway point of the fourth round between Gervonta Davis and Hector Luis Garcia. Both out of close distance. Caught Garcia on the chin. Boom, right hook.
Moments here at the Capital One Arena.
in our nation's capital, Washington, D.C. Body work by the Dominican. By Davis. And that'll end round number 6. Well, Garcia certainly making a competitive fight. We knew it wasn't going to be easy for Gervonta Davis, but Garcia let his hands go more. Look at this. Under a minute left here in the 7th. Big left there by Gervonta. Right hook for the champion. Look at this.
I mean, the only, you take a look, Tank Davis found that right hook, but then Garcia was able to counter it with a straight right of his own. And Tank loaded up on the right hand, caught him on the chin, was knocked back with the jab by Garcia. Garcia this is an opportunity to lie on him. And then he came up with the left hook.
Take a look at some of this. Oh my goodness. What a left by Gervonta.
And again, Garcia stood in the pocket one too many times.
Well, Garcia's fighting it close. Distance not allowing Gervonta to get the proper leverage behind his shots.
That with Tank Davis, they might stop it. Yeah,
They might stop it.
body shot. Boom. Something in this fight, but again, you do not want to test it too much against Tank Davis.
Right hook. Another right hook for the champion. They're both champions, but in this case, Garcia is the challenger.
He is the winner by way of technical knockout and still the undefeated WBA lightweight champion of the world, Gervonta "Tank" Davis.
So, who do you think wins if Tank Davis and Shakur Stevenson finally meet in the ring? Drop your prediction in the comments. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more boxing stories, rivalries, and dream matchups. Until next time, keep watching, keep fighting, and keep it locked right here.